Welcome. Welcome back. I'm B. We are doing the month ahead reading, a month ahead reading for Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is a timeless message. It will find you whenever the time is right for you to receive it for your month ahead message. And this one feels more like a congratulations. It's more like a recap of all of the good work that you've done, especially in the space of integrating your emotions. You have uncovered that as almost a shadow aspect of yourself, like a piece of yourself that was just really screaming to be witnessed and seen. And you may have not had the resources you needed when you were younger to know how to handle those emotions. I'm feeling like very intense surges of emotion, especially anger, but also just outbursts, just where you feel excited and you just like squeal or you just like have to jump up and down. It's a really beautiful, intense emotional capacity that you have. But for the people around you when you were growing up, like it was too much. And now you are on the other side of healing that part of yourself and being with that part of you that everyone said was too much. So you've really learned how to not only create space for the emotions to flow, but you've really gotten good at being with those emotions. Just allowing yourself to be freaking mad. Letting the emotion come, letting it flow in the way that it needs to flow, acknowledging any thoughts that arise and then letting them go, and then just really being with the emotion for the duration of the emotion. You find that it dissipates, that it wasn't even that hard, or it's not hard now. Like it would have been easy. It feels like this is a thought that you had in your mind. Like it would have been so easy. My whole life would have been completely different if someone had just taught me how to do this when I was like 7 years old. But they didn't, and you figured it out. Like you got there on your own. Also, all of the experiences. Like I'm a very big no such thing as mistakes kind of person, where everything that you experienced or didn't experience growing up is what shaped you into the person that you are now. And you are perfection. Like you really are such a beautiful, perfect, divine expression of love. And our card today, our oracle message is Blue Lobster, and it's about your rarity. Like you have such a rare gift, especially so for Sun, Moon, Rising, Aries. The emotional capacity that you have is so raw. We think of Aries being like the baby of the tarot, that that first like raw encounter with your environment where it's a visceral reaction and you have like there's intuitive power in that. And for you to have been taught that it's not appropriate or that it's not okay or there's something wrong with you because you're so angry, when really like if you had just sat with the emotion of the anger, it would have dissipated and then you could just go about your life. You've learned that now. But what I feel like is our message today is that not everybody has the capacity to feel emotions in such an intense way. And our emotions are not something to like handle or to deal with. They are like, I really kind of think of them as like little living babies of you. So when anger comes up or like a really deep sadness comes up, it's not something separate from you. It's you. It is a part of you that deep down is needing to feel this way about this thing. And when you repress it and you ignore it and you pretend it's not happening, it festers and it builds, and you've already learned how to uncover it and look at it and be with it and love it, and then it's gone. And then you are lighter and brighter. Not everybody has this ability. This is like this blue lobster card. It's like 1 in every 2 million lobsters has this genetic thing that makes them blue instead of red. So, or brown. They're red when you cook them. You have this intense capacity, and it feels like there's kind of always been a war for you, like in your mind, between this very funny and bright and yeah, let's do it, let's go do it, like not so much impulsive, but just spontaneous, like ready for the joy, like childlike excitement and energy. You have that, but you also have this, and I wonder if it's something that's been coming up more and more and more, is these surges of emotions. It feels unexpected. So some things, like you might just be out with a friend at lunch and somebody says something and it like hits real deep, and you I wonder if that's how you learned to be with those emotions, because in that space you're like, oh my God, I'm out in public, I'm with my friend, I need to handle this by myself, because I really feel strongly that's the way you were taught to go cry it out by yourself, go scream into a pillow, go be alone to deal with this. And I feel also like maybe you've been finding comfort in other people, not like bitching, not like complaining about your problems or like dumping on other people, but just like, can you just be with me? Can you just be with me while I have this emotion? And if that's not something that you've done, that might be something, if you've been feeling stuck in the space of not really sure how to get out of this emotion, or if there's something that keeps coming up that you just can't cycle out of, like it keeps rearing its ugly head, and you've been doing all of the things that you've learned how to do to relieve that or dissolve that or to be with that, but it's like not working. Something about it is not working. And it feels like maybe for you, that means calling a friend and being like, yo, I'm in a really dark place. Can you just be with me? Just be with me on the phone. Just come over and sit next to me. Something like that. So intense gratitude from your guides, because in the clearing, or actually in the allowing of these emotions, the more you allow the emotions to flow and the less resistance you have, there is a really big chunk of inspiration that's on its way. We've also got the Ace of Wands, and it feels like the purpose for these emotions coming up for you to figure out how to interpret them, how to understand them. If you consider an emotion not just an emotion, but like an intuitive hit, like that intense anger is also your intuition trying to tell you something, trying to show you something. So as your intuition speaks to you in surges of emotion, you couldn't interpret or receive those messages because you were just in the space of repressing the emotion. Okay, so now we are embracing emotions and loving our emotions. And now is when you start to sift through the emotion and find what's really in there. And it is intuitive messages. Your guides are speaking to you, your higher self is speaking to you. But also I feel like you're very called to do something new that no one has ever seen before, and it requires your very specific brand of creativity. This is something like maybe strange and like out of the box that not just any other person can do. It can't be recreated. It can't be done successfully in anyone else's way. This is a creation that is here to be birthed by you, or you are here to birth this creation. It's something a little strange. It feels like something a little just off the wall, like it's just unexpected, but it's beautiful and it serves many, many people. You're here to birth this beautiful thing, and the information you need in order to do that is coming through intuitive hits, which are coming through your emotions. It's all connected. There's like, I'm hearing that for some of you, you are just really in the space of being mad at yourself for having angry emotions, being mad at yourself for crying. You might be a person who apologizes for crying. I'm also drawn to our lobster, and like, you know, that hot, fiery Aries energy. We think of, you know, that fire energy doesn't always want to be dampened by watery emotions. But if you get, you know, if you're a lobster and you're in the water and suddenly the water starts to get hot, there's too much heat going on, it can quickly get to a boiling point. So I wonder if that's part of the reason that you repress your emotions. Like, not that anybody taught you to do that, but you have learned that you get burned. If you allow the emotion to get away from you or go unchecked, it will create some kind of like pressure cooker where it just blows up and it's bad for everyone and everyone gets burned. So this feels like a little bit of confirmation that you've elevated out of that danger zone. It's okay to allow the trickle of emotions to come in and feed it a little like sizzle of your own intense fiery energy, because in the perfect mixture and the perfect blending of that, you get a really nice bubble bath instead of hot boiling water when I'm a poor lobster. Yeah, but the inspiration is key. Being with the emotions is key to receive the inspiration. You are called to do something else. It feels also like you might be wanting to fix this problem, or like what you perceive to be a problem, you want to fix it before you move on to the next thing. Like this next leg of your journey, you know it's going to be intense. You know it's going to require a lot of your energy and focused attention, and you are not wanting to go into that without being certain that your emotions are not going to like pop up out of nowhere and drag you down and unravel the whole thing. The emotions are actually here to support you through this. So there's a lot of trust in yourself that is being asked for you to embrace. Trust for yourself and trusting in your guides, in your spirit team, that they can take some of this. You can imagine your guides like wrapping their arms around you and like really like siphoning off some of, especially the body reactions. So like when you are sobbing, like crying hysterically, you know, when you get to the point of like you can't breathe and it's hyperventilating, but it won't stop. You're like, if I could just catch a deep breath, I could soothe myself, but I can't. And if you don't have like some kind of like a weighted blanket or a person to just grab you and hold you and hug you, you can really like call upon the support of your spirit team, and you can feel them come around you and you can feel them supporting you through that emotion. So that's our message for you. Let's get an angel number. I asked for the angels to kind of assign you a number. So if you see it popping up, you will know that that's for you. And for our Aries friends, yours is 369. I love that little flower there. Compassion. 369. It has such an energy of ascension, which is exactly what this feels like. You are preparing yourself for the next level, and it feels like No, stop there. We're about to go into another message, and that's all we've got for today. 369 is your number. Thank you, my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising friends. I love you so much. Thank you for loving your emotions. Thank you for being here. Lots of love to you. Till next time.